Hi, I'm RanaTayara with Keller William, and here is some insight into the housing market in North Atlanta for the fourth quarter of 2025. How's the market? This year, 2026, is forecasted nationally to be a rebalanced and a rebound year, with home sales projected to increase by 14% nationally as the market recovers its capacity. And median home prices to grow 2 to 3% nationally. That's great. Mortgage rates are expected to stabilize around 6%. Hopefully less, but that's the estimate. And did you know that if the rate decreases more, each 1% decrease in mortgage rate typically will qualify 5.5 million buyers and 1.6 million renters to purchase a home. And if only 10% actually decided to do so, this will bring 500,000 more buyers. That's a lot of demand waiting to happen once the mortgage rate goes down. In Atlanta, a modest price appreciation of 2 to 4% is expected. And Atlanta is positioned as a top relocation market. How was the market activity in Greater Atlanta in the last quarter of 2025? Well, in the fourth quarter of last year, what happened? We have had a tale of two markets. Atlanta is currently a market of consequences that punishes pricing mistakes and while rewarding precision. 46.6% of all finalized listings failed to sell, expired or withdrawn, largely due to overpricing. What's noticeable is that more homes were sold either for the entry-level home under 300 or the luxury home above $1 million, much more than the homes in the middle between the 300 and the $999,000 price level. And that's very noticeable. The turnkey luxury in the North Atlanta suburb remain highly competitive. Also for the entry-level homes, tons and tons more homes are selling in Northeast, Central, and North Gwinnett right now. And many are new construction, and builders are offering good incentives to first-time home buyers. So there are opportunity on both sides. What's the global picture in North Atlanta? 23% of homes have sold at asking price or above. And that's a little bit less. That's 4.4 points less than the fourth quarter of last year. Of 2024. And these homes, they went under contract in 9 days on average. More sellers are giving buyers concessions. around 67.8% of the home sales included a seller concession, and that's up 3.9 points from the fourth quarter in 2024. How much? Well, the amount of the concessions varies between area a lot, and the average is 8,593, up from 7,500 in the fourth quarter of 2024. Sale price as a percent of the original listed price has dropped 1% per quarter in 2025, and it reached 95%, compared with 96.4% in the fourth quarter of 2024. So homes are selling a little bit less than last year. The failure rate. In the fourth quarter of 2025, 46.6% of all finalized listings failed to sell. They were expired or withdrawn, largely due to overpricing, while 53.4% of these finalized homes did sell, but not with the same speed and ratio. On average, 45% sold within 13 days on the market at 99.9% of the original listed price, which is great for some sellers. However, 55% of these sold within 104 days, and that's 3 months and a half, with 9.5% discount. What does this mean? The overpricing penalty. Currently, 76% of Atlanta listings are initially overpriced. If you price in the market from day one, you sell in a median of 13 days. If you cannot change the market, if a seller is forced to reduce their price, their time on the market explodes to 104 days, 8 times longer, and they typically receive only 90.5% of their original list price. Negotiation power. Sellers are getting roughly 95% of their original list price overall, down from 96.4% a year ago. This represents the most negotiation room buyers have seen in years. Here is how the fourth quarter data breaks down for 5 premier North Metro markets. In Alpharetta, it remains a powerhouse with a median sales price of $764,000. Supply is incredibly tight at 2 months, compared with a balanced market between 5 and 6, and homes move in a median of 35 days, about 1 month, at 96% of the list price. In Roswell, we saw a strong growth with a median sale price of $915,000, up 10.6% year to year. And it carries 2.6 months of supply and a median days on the market of 39 days. So it's taking a little bit more than a month. In Dunwoody, one of the tightest markets with only 1.5 months of supply. The median price is $710,000, and homes sell faster than the metro average at 31 days. In East Cobb, a consistent favorite with a median price of $712,000 and $500,000, supply sits at 2.2 months and correctly priced homes sell in a median of 9 days. In South Forsyth, the median price reached $760,000 and it has 2.8 months of supply and a median days on the market of 51 days, showing more balance than its immediate neighbors. The luxury market, home priced $1 million and above, is currently defying the market, with sales for homes over 1.5 million range, where sales jumped by 18.6%. Inventory shift. High demand has rapidly consumed luxury inventory, and the supply for homes over 1.5 million has dropped from 7.3 months in the previous quarter to 5.2 months in fourth quarter of 2025. Turnkey luxury property in the North Atlanta suburbs are expected to remain highly competitive through 2026, as these buyers are often less sensitive to interest rate fluctuation. On the other side, entry-level inventory and sales below the 300,000 are also seeing a growth in sale. Similar to the luxury, the entry-level segment saw a significant uptick, with sales for homes under 300,000 increasing by 8.4%. The most affordable bracket, under 200,000, saw a 15.6% increase in the number of homes sold. There is supply scarcity. Inventory remains incredibly tight for the entry-level buyers, with only 2.8 months of supply available for home under 300,000. This scarcity is largely driven by consistent demand from investors and first-time homebuyer who prioritize affordability. Looking at key comparison, the middle market is struggling, while the extremes, luxury and entry level, have grown. The 300 to 999,000 price range saw a combined sales decrease of 8.4%, likely due to the frozen database effect, while homeowners with low fixed interest rate are reluctant to move. We have negotiation power. The luxury buyers face a segment where 53.5% of listings fail to sell, likely due to aggressive initial pricing, whereas entry-level buyers face high competition for the few available bargain property. Supply dynamics. While entry-level supply increased lightly from 2.3 to 2.8 months, it remains the tightest part of the market, whereas the luxury market saw a drastic reduction in the months of supply, indicating a rapid absorption of high-end listings. There is such a high demand for luxury listing. What does this mean for sellers? Stop chasing the market. Your first 9 to 14 days are vital. This is a hot light window where perceived value is at its highest. The penalty of greed, testing a high price and then reducing it after sitting on the market later, typically will cost the seller 7% of their equity, 32,000 up to 45,000, and adds 3 months of holding cost. You can avoid that by pricing it right. You need a micro-view comparative market analysis based on your specific area and the active competition around you, not just the old comps that have sold in the past. You can contact me today for getting it right consultation to ensure you can sell it in 13 days and not 100 and plus days. What does it mean for the buyers? It's a tale of two markets. You still have negotiation power on some homes, yet you have to act fast on other homes that have high quality value. The seller paid closing cost. For the first time in years, you have massive leverage. 67.8% of the sellers are now paying buyer's closing cost with a median concession of $8,593. There is a good chance that you can be one of these. Target the gambler. Don't just look at brand new listing. Look for homes that have been on the market for 30 to 45 days. These sellers are feeling the stale bread effect and are significantly more likely to accept 90% offers. One action step: while supply is up 10%, the homes priced right with great condition still sell in 12 days. You need a proactive agent to identify the value before it disappears. Let's set up a custom search for high value properties and get you into your dream home with seller paid incentives. I hope that was insightful and helpful for you. If you would like any specific information for specific cities or price range, I would be happy to consult with you and to give you more information. This is RanaTayara, Keller William. You can reach me at 678-294-3838, and it's been a pleasure.